What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, yes, we are going to deep dive into the imprinting infusion for the Grimoire now. As you guys see, mistakes have been made. I can't quite raise the cap up much further right now, and honestly, probably, I don't even know if level 100 is the cap just yet. I haven't done much research, but Grimoire Infusion, yeah, this is going to be the thing that is important, because now, with our main hero, we have something called Imprint Infusion, which completely changes your entire imprint tree. You now have this gigantic spanning area, and you get points for every time you level it up. So it looks like there are different branches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. To get to the special, the secondary special nodes, you'll notice there's a couple different types of nodes in each one. There are the regular circular ones that give attack and HP. That is pretty much the same no matter where you go. 1% attack, 1.5% HP. Once you jump down to these little star nodes right here, they give you as something a little different. So in this tree is damage reduction offset. This one is all damage dealt. This one is precision, and this one is holy damage. And you notice it's different for each one of these branches, and it matches the theme that they go on. Up here, you can see we have crit damage. Up here, we have crit chance, it looks like. So you got crit damage, you got holy damage, you got precision, you got all damage dealt, and this is probably one of the best ones. I imagine damage reduction offset is probably going to be one of the best, which we'll deep dive into that tree. If we come up to the shield section here, we have things like armor and block rate and oh my gosh, I did not see that the first time I saw a block. I did not see an additional chance of dodge rate. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. That's 15% dodge rate on the character. That's kind of busted. Down here, you're getting control immunity and crit damage reduction. On this tree over here, you're getting all damage reduction. On this tree, it's effective being healed. I don't think so. No, thank you. Down in the bottom section, you have control immunity offset for those CC heroes or speed. This one has nothing special, and this tree over here has nothing special either. That's gotta be some sort of bug. Okay, let's break it down and show you guys what you want, because most likely you're investing this much into your main damage dealer, which means you're probably going to be focusing on this right hand side branch, which is giving you additional power. Now, of course, you can still change your abilities anywhere you want, so just keep that in mind. It is weird that it doesn't show you the total value. Kind of interesting. It does show you what your bonuses are when you come in here, though, so you can see what it is multiplied out. You can also see what additional stats you're getting here, so cool. Okay, I think these two branches are probably going to be some of the most important. So the one down here that does the damage reduction offset has two special nodes. The first one, Blade Infusion, when releasing basics, attacks, or active skills, increases self-damage reduction offset. That's pretty big, capping at 9%. But like getting past the enemy's defenses seems good. Now it's just regular damage reduction. We'll have to see what enemies in PvE actually have the damage reduction stat. As you continue to go on further, again, you're still getting more damage reduction offset here. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12% offset from this. And then another 9%, and then finally Blade Infusion at the end. When releasing basic attacks or active skills, if the target current HP is lower than 50%, additionally reduces their damage reduction by another 50%. That's pretty big. That's actually, that's really, really big. That's a lot of damage reduction on the enemy. So that's that tree branch. If you go for this one over here, you're getting additional all damage dealt by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that's pretty sick. Blade Infusion here makes it so that basic attacks grant self 1 layer of spike shield, and you can gain up to 4 of those. When you release an active skill, if you have 4 of those, remove all of them and for each layer of it, increases your all damage dealt by 3%, so you can get 12%. However, the last node says it cannot be removed, which makes me believe once you get 4 basic attacks off, essentially, you'll just forever have that stack for your active. I don't know if this is good really, because a lot of times we're trying to pump as many actives into heroes as possible. Maybe in this newer game mode, the boss we just fought for more Grimoire materials, this might be good. I don't know. It's intriguing. If we come up to this branch here, the precision one here, we have some things that increase self-attack by 4% when you release a basic attack, increases self-attack by 6% when releasing active skills. Both bonuses cap at additional 12%. And the file node reduces self-crit by 50% and instead increases self-attack. This might be pretty busted strong. 50% bonus attack at the loss of 50% crit. You might be like, Barry, that's really bad. We're like over capped in crit a lot of ways nowadays between stones, imprints, treasure train, and stuff like that. This one might be busted. 50% additional attack depending on how it multiplies. My guess is it still doesn't multiply off of your fixed stats on your character, but holy cow, that could be big. In this branch over here, you have a ton of extra holy damage, and when releasing base attacks or active skills, if the target's armor is higher than yours, you additionally deal 100% holy, or 100%, 1000% attack of holy damage, which is a crazy amount. And beyond that, when you release base attacks or active skills, if the target's armor is higher than yours, you inflict 1 layer of sacred armor mark on them. And when this stacks to 3 layers, it will last 3 rounds and cannot be stacked anymore. All sacred armor marks will be removed after the duration ends. And if this owned by the target is stacked to 3 layers, they'll get an additional 2500% divine retribution, which bypasses like everything out there. So interesting. The last branch I think is maybe the weaker one. This one gives crit damage at the beginning of each round. If self has 50% or more crit, increases your crit damage by even more. And then when landing a crit, additionally reduces the target's crit damage resistance. So that might be something, but we're already crit damage capped unless this goes beyond the cap. We'll have to figure out. Then it could be very good. This branch here is just straight up crit percent. When dealing damage by releasing base attacks or active skills, increases your crit even more. And then for every 2 crits you land, the next release active skill has a 100% chance to deal 3000% of attack damage to the targets. So if it hits multiple, that's big. Ignores basically all defenses. It has a Drake defense down effect. This could be pretty good too. I don't know. There's a lot of really good options on the offensive side of things. Now, on the defensive side of things, let's go down the branch with armor. When taking damage from basic attacks or active skills, there's a 100% chance to increase your armor by 10%. Okay. When taking damage from basic attacks or active skills, if the attacker's armor is lower than self, there's an 80% chance to counterattack once, dealing 10% of their max HP. That could be kind of good. Now, this is the one I think might be kind of cool because I just realized, you know, the whole dodge rate thing. You're getting what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did I say? That's 15%. Beyond that, for every 3 successful blocks, additionally increases frontline allies block. It's kind of weak compared to the other things we've read. When self blocks successfully, additionally increases block by 10% for 1 ally with lowest HP and grants them a shield. Again, I don't really know about that. If we go down the branch with control immunity next, at the beginning of each battle, increases your control immunity by more, and when self takes a control effect, you'll get additional control immunity by 10% and a 50% chance to purify one of those control effects. Again, maybe a niche type thing. When taking crit damage, increases self crit damage resistance, and again, this one has crit damage reduction and damage reduction on it too, so maybe good. I don't know. This could be like more PvP tech or something. When self HP is lower than 30%, very hard to see nowadays, increases damage reduction more. Doesn't feel all that great. If we come on over to the all damage reduction one, we have a node that says at the end of each round, if self's HP is lower than 50%, you get a shield equal to 10%. That feels kind of weak. And beyond that, at the beginning of each round, if self has a shield value of more than 30%, additionally increase your all damage reduction, which that one seems kind of cool. So this node here, effective being healed. When self is healed, grants a shield equal to 10% of the lost HP for the one ally with the lowest HP. I mean, for the Megalodons, this seems like something you'd put on your supports. When self HP is lower than 30%, restores your 30% max HP. Only one time a battle though, so not a big fan of most of this over here. Now the up one, which is like, I guess the speed node, so to speak. Has some control immunity stuff, so control immunity offset here. At the beginning of each battle, increases your self-control immunity for 2 rounds. Not great, but I guess good for like Sun Wukong or Therapist Blood Betty. At the beginning of each round, there's a 60% chance to reduce the control immunity by 10% for enemies with lower speed, which is kind of cool. In this branch here, we have the speed node, and this one says at the beginning of each battle, increases self-speed by 50. That's kind of big because this node here, when releasing an active or basic attack, if target speed is lower, there's an 80% chance that you just deal 10% bonus damage to them. Could be very good for things like Void Campaign or something like that, where you're just getting a melodic strings upgraded and just like an active in round 1. It could be bonkers. Again, this one has nothing in it, which is kind of weird. But after releasing active skills, additionally steals 10% attack, and then when releasing basic and active skills, it's going to deal extra damage to enemies with lower attack than yourself. So okay, kind of cool. Again, this node has nothing special with it, but has an ability. Basic attacks additionally reduce the target's armor, and then releasing active skills steals 15% of the armor. Again, kind of weird. Over here, again, no stats in either one of these, but the nodes say when releasing active skills, there is a 70% chance to remove 1 random debuff from yourself, and at the end of each round, there's a 60% chance to remove 1 debuff from self. The last branch, when releasing active skills, gains 1 layer of purity up to 4 layers. When releasing basic attacks, each layer of purity has a 60% chance to increase your energy. Okay, I guess maybe. When releasing active skills, there's a 60% chance to inflict outbursts of magic on the enemy with the most energy. Outburst of magic is basically the carry effect. You're going to deal damage for every 1 point of energy they have, and then just completely drain it. So this last stretch here is completely carry. I don't know if they're done with this or they just released it early, but like, first look, the damage reduction offset sounds pretty good. Second look, the fact that, what is it, this one up here? No, is it this one? Which node was it? I think it was over here, right? Yeah, this one reduces self crit by 50%, but it increases your attack, and that's on the one that has a lot of precision, which boosts your attack, and then increases self attack for when releasing base attacks and active skills and stuff. So I don't know, guys. There is a ton of it. We've got 2 points. I feel like, actually, I don't know. I don't know which one I feel like, actually. The damage reduction offset definitely sounds pretty spicy. They all seem kind of interesting. I mean, heck, we could try to go for more dodge rate, which could be completely busted sick of just that. But I think going towards the bottom is going to be what I do here. And you can see right here, we have the 2 nodes invested. You can now reset it without doing anything. So it's not like you have to worry about a cost. You can experiment, you can play with different ones, but it's going to take a lot to get there. It's going to take what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, it's going to take a while to get down there, because remember, if we go back over and we take a look at this right here, you're getting, it looks like 2 points every single time you upgrade it, and that's going to be a lot of these Imprint Infusion stones. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. That is the full breakdown of the Imprint Infusion matrix graph, whatever you want to call it here. If you want to see anything else, leave a comment down below. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.